Are you planning to, do you want children?
So, yeah, not.
한국을 사랑하는 샘 리처드 교수가 한국인 유학생과 중국인 유학생을 초대해 한국의 출산율 감소에 대해서 강의하고 있습니다.
Hey, so can you introduce yourselves and say where you're from?
Hi, my name's Yuanji, and I'm from China. I'm a journalism major.
Hello everyone, my name is Junho and I'm from South Korea. I'm a freshman. I'm studying film.
Hi guys, my name is Leah. I'm from Korea, so my Korean name is Hyunseo, and I'm a junior majoring in accounting.
So I want to have a conversation with the three of you about a very different issue. And the issue is a really low population rate, a falling population rate that is very troubling and very disturbing for people in different countries, including China, right? The current birth rate in Korea is 0.81, and in China 0.28, like well below, look at Japan, and even Germany and the US, right? And so it's well below reproduction rates. So the way the US population is going to grow is from immigration. The way the German population is going to grow is from immigration. Japan, China, and Korea. Well, China, it's going to continue to grow because of the large number of people in China. But pretty quickly, it's going to fall off. So here's my question to you all. When you think about having children, what do you consider? What are you thinking about?
I think it's like give my child the best as I can, like from kindergarten to like, you know, the best education and best quality of her or his life.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that is most of the thing I need to think.
Are you planning to, do you want children?
Actually, no. Like from now, like in my 20s, and you know, I'm not in a close relationship, so yeah, not.
So you're not planning at this point in time. You're not planning to have children.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What are some of the factors? What are some of the things that you think about when? So like what you just said about taking care of your children and doing everything you need to do, and like why would you at this stage come down on the side of like I'm feeling like I don't really want to have kids?
I think one part is about the society. Like in China, I feel like most of parents educated their children as long as they were born. Like they would choose the best for their children. So it's like, it wastes a lot of money actually.
So it costs a lot of money to have a child.
Yeah, and also finding the good education for them.
Uh-huh.
And for the other parts, I guess, it feels it really hurts for the mother. Like many mother got depression after they have child, and it really hurts their body if they are not really be taken care of. And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Junho, how about you? Do you want to have kids?
Of course. Yes.
Well, you say of course, but in Korea, the of course is not the answer that most Koreans would give.
I know, but like from my perspective, like having a kid, the start of my life, like studying, getting a job, and earning money is like preparation stage to begin my like actual life. So that's why I say it, of course, for me having a child. But like I like prioritize a well-being of my kids, future kids. Like for example, like provide their education or money to get a stable job or like be stable with their future family as a parents or as a human.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, that's a priority for me. Like,
So many Koreans, hang on, let me ask Leah, how about you? Are you, about having children, are you planning to have kids?
Yeah, I do, but maybe just one.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to like having a kid, I believe I will need to be just financially stable. Also, I will need to consider my marriage, how stable it is.
Everyone says there are certain pressures of having a child, but it's not like China and Korea. So now you all look at these birth rates here. Look at Korea. So I want to know, like, why is the birth rate so low? If I'm one of you, for me having a child, I have the kid, I send the kid off to the corner school, it's great, there's no expectations for me, I'm not competing with anybody, it's all good, they get educated, they go to college, something happens and then we all die. But what I'm hearing from you all is like, this is a major, major endeavor to have kids. It's like, shit, it's costly. It's like you're thinking at every single level about the work that you're going to put in. So, like, can you say something about that? Like, work as a mom? Like, when does the nurturing happen? And when does it just work as a parent that you just got to do all these things to bring money into the household to afford all the things you need to afford and just make sure that your child does everything your child has to do? Like, what's the fun of parenting? Where's that?
Just depends on what my parents say. They told me after they got me, their just word have changed because I resemble a lot about my parents, and they just love just seeing me growing that way. So, so that's just gonna be a really fun journey. That is a privilege.
But lots of Koreans aren't saying that, right?
Because there are a lot of responsibilities and pressures under it. Then under the name of the parents, they have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of contributions and devotions.
And there's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
It is just an endless game or move. It's like playing a chess game. It's just so incredibly stressful.
Besides just financial stuffs, just get into a really good schools or like, it is limited and it has to be really competitive. So parents need to get information about which cram schools or like which schools gonna fit for their kids. And they have to be informative. And just to be informative, they have to talk a lot with the parents around them and they have to socialize with them.
Yeah. But first off, how do Chinese see Koreans in this world of education? Do you see them as the same as Chinese, or are Koreans like, do they stand out?
Like before, I thought like Chinese or Koreans are like at a similar level.
Yeah.
But one of my friends went to Korean university, and what she told me is that it is totally different. Like they're working so hard,
Yeah.
like even more than us. Yeah, and everybody is fighting for the 4.0 GPA.
Yeah.
And yeah, like most of them are study until 5. That is what my friends told me.
Yeah.
Which-
Hey, what is the Korean government offering people to have more kids? There's a name that you all use for them, like.
I think you mean 다둥이.
What's that?
다둥이.
Yeah. What's it mean?
So, 다둥이 자녀 means you have like children more than the number of 3.
Yeah.
I think it have changed to like 2. I'm not sure, but that was 3 in the past.
But you have a special elevated
Yeah.
status.
Incentives, maybe like possible discounts.
Yeah.
You get specific cards.
Yeah. They need people to have children because let me just me show you this. Actually, which is kind of interesting. This is the age-sex ratio. So it's men on the left, women on the right, okay? And then look at 90. It's the young people start to decline, old people grow. Look at 2010, old people grow, young people decline. And then look here, in 2030, you've got all these old people and you don't have anyone to take care of them. You have so many old people in Korea, but you don't have anybody who's young to take care of them. This is a major national crisis. Like, so for the Korean government, this is a national crisis. Like, no one knows what to do and how to stop this. Like, you either got to bring people in, foreigners in, you got to like use AI or some kind of innovation or robotics or whatever. You got to convince people to have more kids. But it's difficult to convince people to have more kids when it's so hard. There's so much pressure to do certain things.
One fun fact is like in the 1960s, the Korean government even encouraged people to have just one kid.
Yeah.
Because they just had so many kids, they kind of like encouraged it through spreading slogans.
Yeah.
Get one kid only and raise them really well.
Yeah.
But then now we just face the opposite situation.
Yeah.
And the government is just kind of like encouraging people to have more kids because everyone want to get just one kid or none.
Yeah. Maybe they'll start to make defective birth control or something. Bro.
I think like people tend to like not have children is because like after war, like North and South,
Yeah.
like people in Korea, like South Korea, they prioritized education.
Yeah, so it's like the three people who were up here earlier, more highly educated. The more highly educated you are, the less number of children you have, right? Korea, this is not China, because China is just such too large of a country for this, but Korea is one of, if not the most highly educated country in the world. And so when you have such high levels of education, you're much less likely to have children, because like, why would you? You have all these other things that are happening in your life, like, especially now in this world, right? There's so many interesting things. So like, what's the point of having kids? I mean, other than the possibility of, nurturing and so on. But when you see this, it's really tremendous. Anyway, listen, the bottom line here for me is that this is the future shakeup of the world, that some countries are going to decline in numbers and lots of different reasons, and other countries are going to grow. And there's just endless movement around, how this operates. And it's the world in 30 or 40 years is going to look really different from today. And it's, to me, as a sociologist who studies this stuff, it's really fascinating. And that's just kind of the nature of how things are. All right, man. Can we go to the next? Hey, thanks you all, right? Can we...